Hi, and thank you for being back with me for a all-new season of Floras and Auras. To kick off this new endeavor and chapter, I want to open with a question, something that I've been sitting with for the past few weeks. It emerged from a conversation I had with a friend of mine, and I want to offer it in extension to you, that perhaps it might take you deeper into the esoteric realm of self-inquiry and your own journey, whatever that might look like. And it is, what are you running from? It's a really heavy question, and there's a lot there. And it's been something that I don't think I have complete answer to, or a distinguishing one thing that I'm running from, but I know that in the human experience, the emotion of fear and moving away from things that are not comfortable or easy it's biological. It's wired into our systems to want to run from that or hide that, repress that, keep it away from us, because in the past, maybe it kept us safe, maybe it kept us housed, maybe it kept us fed away from predators. But in a more contemporary, more modern setting, what is fear doing for you in your life? This is something I really want to hone in on and dissect a little more. A poet that I know, he had a really great line, and it is, "We often run from the things we do not know." I think when something is unknown to us, it's easy to want to consider something else or move in a direction that's comfortable. This idea of like the path less traveled, and they say when you're creating a new habit, it's like walking through a field every day, and you're just walking through that field and you're going the same way every single day. But what happens if you're still going to get to the same outcome, which is pleasure, comfort, acquiring the new skill, but what if we take a different path? And this path, there is no path. It's all grass, and it's completely untraversed. What happens if you make a point of walking down that path every single day, even if it's hard, even if it's different, even if other emotions come up and you have to sit with those and really claim that as your authentic human experience? What does it mean to look fear in the face and welcome it, actually, as part of the broad spectrum of emotions and things that are felt? I think that's such a beautiful thing about the human experience. Hue, as in hues, like all the colors of the rainbow. And if you really think about it, we're not put on this world to only feel goodness all of the time. I think having that variation, that pendulum of all of the colors, the multifaceted way in which we're able to process information, I think it tells us a lot about ourselves. I recently heard that emotions are just information processing. So oftentimes I feel like we can all relate to this idea of lashing out at someone or taking out your anger in a maladaptive coping mechanism, which is something I definitely strive to work on within myself. And what does it mean to instead understand that, accept that, and know that you are not that. You are so much more. I recently listened to a beautiful podcast talking about how our origins are cosmic. We are light. We are light beings. And so when did we divert from that true nature of self? When did we get so far from what we were brought here to do, to be, and why? Why are we clinging and we're so averted to our true nature? And so if we're so averted to change and the fluctuation of all things, because if we really look at it and we zoom out from whatever we're fretting over and we just think there is no way for us to control certain things. And so if we just see that arc and just understand that it will come, it will go, and you remain, how can that shift your everyday experience, and how can we move out of a place of being reactive and responsive? And this is something I'm still working through myself. I just wanted to offer my thoughts on it. And I want to end with just a few comments on this idea of novelty, because I think fear kind of it's a block. It blocks novelty, because when we're doing that day in, day out, every day is Groundhog's Day, we're missing that perspective to just see things differently, to just kind of like take a step back and like really acknowledge, like, am I making this decision out of a place of love, out of my true nature, which is my light self? Is this decision stemming from love or fear? And this is a theme I know we've discussed so much on this show, and I really think it is the crux of all suffering, is when we operate out of that place. And so I really offer you that as my insights, and I'm so curious to see how this manifests or pans out in your life. And thank you for tuning in this week. It's been an honor to hold and share space together, and I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.